welcome back to Cross the Globe. I'm Stephanie.
I'm Allison.
Yay! And this is Channel About Cross Stitch. And Allison had a free Sunday to record, so we're so excited. So it's only been 6 days since I recorded. I don't have that much to show, but Allison has 3 months.
A lot
to show, so it should be a good one. I'm very excited.
It's like a swap, because usually you're like, I'm like, I have like 3, and you're like, I have 15.
So very excited. We like to start by thanking the people that mention us. I actually didn't get a chance to look at the mentions, and I like to actually like go through and like see what each one is, because sometimes they're just talking about like a Sal or like whatever, where they're not like they don't it's not like they care. Yeah. I counted Cross Stitch. She's a new channel. Said some really kind thing. Well, she sat with our friend Jim from Stitch and Jim at StitchCon, and Jim shared her first Flosstube episode. So I was like, well, if Jim likes it, Jim has good taste, I'll go check it out. And she is stitching the Great White Christmas piece from Boomerang Stitches.
Oh, cool.
And this really beautiful variegated floss that I thought was so pretty. I wanted to share it and let Amity see it.
Yeah.
And it actually inspired me. I think I'm going to restart mine, because I'm not liking stitching it in white. I've never wanted to pick it back up.
Most people hate white.
So I'm thinking I'm going to restart mine. She inspired me to restart mine in like a DMC variegated, but I think I'm going to get the light blue, the one that's like white to light blue. Oh. So it's still some white stitches, but when you never know what the next color is going to be, it keeps it a little bit more interesting and stuff. So, and I think it looks so pretty. So she actually inspired me to restart mine. So anyway, she thanked me for sharing her stuff on Instagram, and just like said like she couldn't believe that like a channel that watches her like saw her first video. But go check her out. She's delightful. I will link her channel below. And then we like to, but the other ones I gotta see, sometimes people just say like, oh, like I hate those. But they'll just be like, this is a piece I started 2 years ago for a birthday sale or something. Yeah. And that's not like, they don't need to be bothered with.
All week I've been watching Flosstube, and I think it was Jen from Jen's Spiral Web was holding one up saying like, I started this for Allison's birthday, and he's like, I haven't heard that in a while.
All right, so then we like to congratulate people who've hit milestones in the community. There were some big ones this week. So this is only a week's worth of stuff. So Allison, yeah. Okay, so Tara, who's Sully Stitches on Instagram, on Instagram too, but on Flosstube, hit 10,000 subscribers.
Oh my gosh! Wow, that's crazy.
And Shelly and Justine, who are Whips and Sips. And Justine runs Welcome Stitchery up in Minnesota. They hit 7,000 subscribers, and it's their 4-year anniversary.
I think I watched that one.
I love them.
Yeah.
I watched it, and I like kind of, so it was giving me, when I was watching Fargo and stitching vibes again, and then, because like the accents, and then it also was making me really want to rewatch Drop Dead Gorgeous. I love watching them. And they're so funny, and they have that nice thing where like they've been friends for so long, even though they're not sisters, they still kind of like,
they have that.
They poke at each other a little bit in ways that you just can't get away with like a new friend. I love watching them.
Yeah.
And then Crafty Emily celebrated 5 years on Flosstube and just put out a Long Dog Sampler Whip Parade.
Ooh, look what.
So if you like Long Dog Samplers, check that out.
I just love it.
I love her channel too.
I just love it.
And she stitches so much.
Wonderful things too, like big projects. She's like just like. Passion, like that. And then you have to have a passion to go that big.
She sticks with her plans.
She does. She does. Some people have problems with that, but
who would that be? And then the Bougie Stitchers hit 4 years on Flosstube, and you were the first person that told me about them.
Yeah,
but I hadn't been watching them all the time, and then recently they started being one of the channels that just like starts on YouTube when I finish another video. So I've been catching up with them, and they're hilarious.
Great. They're great.
All right, so thank you guys. And then birthdays. So I didn't notice any new July birthdays pop up in the last week, but again, it's only been a week. But my birthday is Wednesday, so happy birthday, Sandy. We had a little birthday party yesterday at my house. We had a tea party so that my kids could like throw a party
of Molly.
I'm not sharing the kids on the internet anymore,
that makes sense.
But I will just put in like a little audio track. So let's just sit here and you guys hear what my daughter sounds like.
As soon as we walk in the door.
Today just were like, my kids are running around screaming in like high pitches, like setting each other off. Yeah. But I just started a couple years ago. This is the third time. I decided to do like a tea party. because Jordan, my son, wanted to do like a teddy, or was really like teddy bear tea parties. I was like, it's a good excuse to like do a tea party because it's not like for them, but they get to go to one. So now it's just kind of something I do with them every year. And then last year we didn't invite people over because we did something different for the family. But this year and 2 years ago, we had everybody come over, and my daughter drinking from a little teacup. And I thrifted all the stuff to do the tea party 3 years ago. So it's also nice too because I keep pulling out the same thrifted tea party items. And so I really got my money's worth from them.
Super cute.
Anyway, so happy birthday to me. But 41, very exciting. But on Wednesday, I'm going to start Seaside by Hello from Liz Matthews. This is my birthday start. If you want to stitch any Hello from Liz Matthews piece, you can use the hashtag Hello It's My Birthday or Hello It's My Birthday Sal.
I love that.
Either one. Because last year was Hello 40, but 41 is not the same.
It's not catchy.
And you can do that anytime in July, but like my birthday is Wednesday, and if you tag me in it, then I can see it and share it. The hashtags are fun, and they let me also know if you tag me and you use the hashtag why you're tagging me. But I don't always see them because they broke them. So
they broke the internet.
I'm gonna start Seaside. I haven't got my flosses together. I have the fabric for the ocean, so I know I'm gonna start in the ocean, but I haven't gotten my flosses together.
I was going through her website because I was like, what can I? And then my cheap butt was like, oh my gosh, the free ones are so cute. Why?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start the heart one.
The free ones are really cute.
So cute.
I
have the Merry Christmas one that I love, but there's a heart with like flowers in it. I'm gonna do that one.
And then so then let's get into stitching. Allison.
Yeah.
Do you have any finishes?
I do. I don't have any FFOs.
I just panicked that we didn't hit record. We did.
Oh, we did.
But I fully panicked. Okay. Do you have any fully finished?
No. I didn't do that.
I don't.
Although it's been done for so long, it should be. I'll start with the one I finished first.
Okay.
All right.
And we've previewed this. We've told you guys this, but we've never shown this.
Okay. So this is Dark Golden Delicious by the Artsy Housewife, and it is done on what I think
it's 18 count.
Is it 18 count? Okay, 18 count Ada. And it is actually the kit fabric from it makes no sense. It's the kit fabric from my Disney Dreams Cinderella piece. It wasn't good enough for Cinderella, apparently.
I just liked you were like, let me save it and sell it. We were like, now let me just over dye it.
So then I just dyed it. I love this color. In fact, I only have this much at the bottom,
and
I still think I'm gonna.
It wasn't that scratchy to begin with, but it made it
now it's really
soft. Yeah.
And actually, it's just a good.
Yeah, you have you have enough left over for like.
But like, I don't want to be a fabric hoarder either. That sounds annoying.
I mean, you have enough for like
the smallest.
Yeah. Well, in the
maybe just this corner.
You have at least one ornament cut. Yeah.
So yeah, but it's all in DMCs. The Cultor.
It's so pretty.
DMCs.
These patterns are called for in like a fancy floss with a good DMC conversion. Mm-hmm. And we started. I started Golden Delicious. You started Dark Golden Delicious, and then Rebecca from Beck Stitches. I do that every time. Rebecca from Beck Stitches Everything started Dark Golden Delicious. She just restarted hers, so I picked mine up. But Allison just finished it.
I just finished it. But it's not like I just finished it. We worked on it for a long time. When did that sell?
I mean, we started it a while ago. I don't know.
How long ago?
A long
time ago.
So that's not the same thing as worked on it. It's so pretty.
Thank you. I really, really like it. I do want to get it framed. I don't want to spend the money.
So what's the, we need to figure out what size.
Yeah, I haven't.
But the fabric's so pretty that if it needs a little bit in either direction, that wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, I really like it. And I do want to get it framed so I can enter it in the fair.
It's going to the fair. We got to figure out what the best category for this is. I was actually... in the shower today, I was thinking about what category Dark Golden Delicious is. I'm not kidding. Because I was like thinking about it, I was like, outdoors is so competitive.
They're all competitive, unless it's like Easter.
I don't know.
And then if you did the Mirabelle Easter one, then you win. Like,
we'll figure it out. It's so pretty.
I really liked it. This is kind of fiddly and annoying. Yeah. The border is kind of like...
So you haven't seen mine, but I got down to here, and I have these all outlined, except for this one. So I'm going to start going back and forth.
Yeah, that's what I had to do.
The roof looks so good.
I put this down. I had a mess up somewhere in the house. Like if you messed up the house, like who cares? I think this window is a little bit taller than this window, or it was, and maybe I found it.
I think you fixed it,
but I had completely abandoned the project for like months because
she did. She was over. We were over at mom's. She goes, "I have a mistake," and then she never picks it up again. For
done. If I make a mistake, it has to go in timeout. Some for longer than others. This one was a while. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I really, really like it. All right. That's the first one. And then I have one more. This is Another Year Creeps by Ink Circles.
This is so good.
It is stitched on the called for Fox and Rabbit prehistoric. It is a 40 count. You may clap now. Because this is the first time I've done 40 count. This is the last time I'll do 40 count. At the whip parade, I had finished. I did this row and I was up to here. So since the whip parade, I've done the second half.
Oh my God.
I know. So first half, 1 year. Second half, 2 weeks. Because I wanted it to be over.
Like, this is the last piece of 40 count I will ever stitch on.
It is. I am not.
Are you going to save?
It's not worth it.
Are you going to save?
No, I'm not.
Fabric?
Nope. No, I'm not. It is.
Do you want to give it to me?
Do you really want that much fabric?
No, but if I ever wanted like a neutral 40 count, this is enough to do a lot of things on because it is 40.
Okay.
Like small things on it, but better than it just literally going in the trash.
I literally want to throw it away though. I think that would be satisfying.
It's beautiful.
In fact, could I give it to my dog?
It's rabbit linen, Allison.
It's 40 count.
I know, but that's enough. Like I could.
Also, I'm pretty sure I got my money's worth. I bought this in 2023.
Yeah, and you did 2 other things on. But I could do. There are a lot of other things that you could do on this strip in 40 count.
Okay, I'll give it to you.
Thank you.
But I also need to frame this because I want it to go in the fair. Now I have absolutely no clue what category. Okay, Halloween.
No. Well, there's 2 categories that I think it's like a natural fit for. I wasn't thinking Halloween, but maybe Halloween. So there's the linen category, right? Which, because this is the only thing you're going to finish this year.
That's the only thing I actually have on linen now. Yeah. Like I'm done. Now I have no whips on linen.
And then the other category, the category that all the like mandalas and Carolyn Manny's and stuff end up going in is the other category. So, and I have no concept which would be more competitive because last year, that lady who did the giant, like, self-charted patriotic ones that were like...
Oh my God, those were gorgeous.
One of those was in linen, so I came in second in linen, but that's the one that came in first, and I was like...
Of course.
Because, yeah. And I didn't enter... what I entered in the other category didn't place because it didn't, like... I would literally just put in... I was like, well, I'll just put this other thing in that category, but it didn't place.
I won't have nearly that many this year.
I won't either. I was thinking I might have about the same number, but I'm going to have to, I'll talk about it in plans. I have to cut some off my, like, to finish list because of some issues I'm having.
I was trying to think of how many I had. I was counting and then...
Well, yours are all really big, too, because you have that, like...
5 or 6.
You have more than that, and you have big ones. You have the Ride Christmas one.
I keep forgetting about that one. It's hard because I don't think of last year as this year's finishes.
Yeah.
But you can have
September of last year through now.
Yeah.
And you're going to finish Lady of the Flag.
I'm not, that was the plan. Remember? Okay, so last week I was like, Stephanie, I have these plans. I'm going to finish everything I can for the
And I was like, Allison has some big finishes. And this is a huge finish, so I'm not saying you don't. But I did think I was coming over to see Lady of the Flag until yesterday you were like, it didn't happen.
No, dude, it didn't happen at all. Once I said that, I was like, you know what? Never mind. I don't stick to plans either, so maybe it's a sister thing.
Beautiful.
Thank you. So, those are my finishes. Woohoo! Stephanie, do you have any finishes?
I was like, I need to finish something. So, but then when you told me you might finish Lady of the Flag, I was like, nope, no, I don't. No, I don't. Nope, not funded, not going after that. But no, I have some little projects that are close to finished, but have been close to finish since the wood parade.
Oh yeah,
so
me too.
they're not, And then I have one little thing I'll show today that like I could probably finish in 2 stitching sessions, but I don't know if it's gonna happen in the next.
That's just it. Like I could finish Lady Blackness in a week. I'm probably not going to.
Yeah, I need
That was the
I need
last
1 or
one.
2 days on Moonglow without my children there, so I can feed.
Yeah.
And that would be done.
Yeah. It's been a long time since I beaded anything, so I can't say for sure, but I remember liking it.
I've only done 2 beads and I didn't like any of them, but I wasn't really like set up to do it either.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any starts since the last time you were on Flosstube?
I do have one start.
So Allison's last time we filmed was April 2nd, so it's been 3 months and a week.
Okay, I didn't remember that. But, well, then this might not be everything I've stitched. Then. It's everything as I've stitched since the whip
parade. Yeah, but the finishes we went back because we didn't show
because
the delicious on that.
So okay, I'll put these laid out. All right. Okay. I had a start. It does not have a name because I'm making it up as I go along. So I'm going to show, actually, I'll start here. I wanted to do a sampler and I didn't really know what I was looking for because I've never done one of these types of samplers before. So I was like, well, I have a reference book. I'm just going to dive in. And I really, really like this book. It even has this whole section about what the symbolism means of certain like motifs. And they're just wonderful. And I was thinking of maybe doing an entire sampler and just picking the motif symbolisms that I like the most.
I think that's what they used to kind of do, right?
Perfect righteousness is strawberries. Perfect righteousness.
What about that concept appeals to you?
I just think it's so fun. I think that if the fact that you can look at a strawberry and be like, that's what it means, that's awesome.
Well, that's like old heraldry and stuff where like they know what the shields mean and stuff. That's a pretty sampler. Look at the colors.
All of them are so pretty.
That's really pretty color sampler.
Oh, I will show you.
I'll link to this book below.
I picked a set of colors that I wanted to do, and I'll just choose what color goes for what motif. And I haven't even picked out all the motifs I'm going to do yet.
You just picked
this is my color palette. Yeah. So that's going to be my color palette. And so far, all I've got is these strawberries, the strawberry border. And I think I'm going to have to figure out as I go where to do the turn, like where to do the corner.
Look at the yellow bird sampler.
Oh, that's really pretty. Yeah. No, I really like this book. I've been referencing it, reading through it, randomly throughout the week. So
I was watching We Are Curious the Curious Crafters. They're like We Are Curious Crafters on Instagram or something. And they refer to their stash as like our stash, and I'm like, we don't, and we never will. But I do at least have access to this when you're done with it. I'm like, I can.
Oh, I know I can borrow any of your books.
Yes, but we definitely aren't like, what's our floss collection looking like?
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
I think we even live closer to each other than they do.
We live super close.
I love this strawberry pincushion.
Oh, I know. That one?
Next summer.
Yeah, that one's really good.
It's really pretty.
That's really good.
Oh, I should do that and put it in my dough bowl. I'm excited. I'm making a strawberry dough bowl.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, that's what I said I'm going to do with the 2 strawberry pieces from Blackbird.
Cool. So this is just a scrap left of 14 count Ada that I dyed. Some liquid was dyed.
I stained it with like a soda. And I just
this is Coke.
I put it in the washer and now I'm stitching it.
I did put it in the washer, which is why it looks all crazy.
Oh, this is that one that yeah. This is a good book.
Yeah, it's a great book. I am really enjoying using it as a reference. And that is my start.
Ooh, I like it.
All right, do you want me to start?
She was stitching on that at my birthday party yesterday, so I didn't get to see that one before. So I haven't gotten to see most of the stuff, but that one I did see yesterday. So, that was your only new start since the last Flosstube? Oh, I don't have any starts since last week.
Okay.
I'm going to start on my birthday. Well, I'll talk about that in plans.
Okay.
Again.
All right. Well, oops.
What motif are you going to stitch on your bag to go from your sampler?
I don't know yet. I think I'll have to wait until I get into it a little bit.
If you've joined us since the last time Allison did Flosstube and you've never seen it, her project bag, she buys canvas project bags and she stitches a motif from the pattern so that they kind of live their life. And some of her bags have multiple motifs. This is the Quilted Witch, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that was the Quilted Witch.
Which she sent to Finland because she didn't want it. She
went to Finland? I forgot that.
She's like, I don't want to stitch this. Let's just get it to Scandinavia.
This is the one I just did for Another Year Creep Spy. So that was a motif from there. And then I used the same fabric and I did Eleanor Rigby from Blackbird.
So cool. And she started making these floss cards. So you did this first for your Disney ones and then liked it.
Yeah, because that's how the Disney kits are. And I like how that is. So.
Oh, where did you get these?
Craft store. I'm not going to do it again though.
You're just going to make your own.
Mm-hmm.
I've started saving greeting cards and stuff because I would like to one day get those laminated and turn those into floss cards.
I actually have postcards.
Yeah.
Cat postcards that are so cute.
Oh.
We should do those.
But I need to get them laminated and that's the whole...
Do you want to... Are we going back and forth which? So you want me to...
No, you can just do all your...
Okay, then I'm going to do this one next because we're talking about that floss.
Okay.
So that is my new system of how I'm going to use my master set and keep it separate. So I had to re-kit up Cinder Santa.
Oh, because it
was in a box. And,
all the
and I put it away. Now all those are in my one set. So I had to re-kit 77 colors. So the first night I got this out, because I was frustrated. I was like, Jared, pick a number 1 to 12, and he did, and it was Cinder Santa. So, and he always does that. He always randomly picks whatever one I know he'll like best.
And absolutely, you have no desire to stitch on.
No, I was fine with it.
Oh, really?
It was Jolly July.
Okay.
I was like, oh, well, that's on topic. Okay. Let's do that. But then, so I spent the entire first night just re-kitting it up. And when I was done, because Jared had watched me do this for like an hour or 2 hours or however long it took, I was like, ta-da! And he looked at me, he goes, that was the plan. Plan. This is what
that is what like a hate or whatever would look like. It's not like
that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
So the one thing that I did this time that I won't do again is I didn't have enough cards.
Yeah.
So the last 2 cards I did front and back. I just hole punched the other side.
Okay.
And it's gonna make it a little bit more complicated having some on this side. But so far I've spent 2 days working on it without any issues.
Oh, you've actually been stitching on it? No, this is, and also when you take floss off bobbins, they can look like that.
Yeah.
But they pull out in the thing. They don't.
I did want to ask you that. When I pull them out, they are curlicues. How do you get it to pull out straight?
Well, some people iron them.
I'm not doing that.
No, when you stitch it, it stitches straight.
I know, but I thought, is that not, so it's okay that when you pull it out, it's like, here, what's the needle? Yeah, on my accoutrement.
Accoutrement.
So like when you pull it out, you do it one strand at a time, right?
Yeah.
I'm new to this. I used to just kit up the whole bobbin. Leave the whole bobbin in there. So I do that and I pull it.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just wasted that.
Because you have no idea.
I don't remember what to wear that one.
And it was like a gray in the middle of 3 grays, and it was like,
that's not. That one's
that was a volunteer.
That was done. It's okay. Plug in. That is one thing I noticed about it. It's like you only, because this is so like so many color changes. I would get one out and only use it for like 4 stitches, and then I was like, oh, I'm not gonna put it back. So I do waste a lot of floss. But I still think it's cheaper than buying a new one per bag.
Well, if you finished it, you could put it back.
I will put it back.
Yeah.
But, like, every time I switch colors, I'm wasting this much of the floss, you know?
Oh, because you're not going to put those
Because I'm not going to put the one string back in there.
Oh, but you would have put it back on the bobbin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a lot of people don't do that. So,
oh, they don't do
that?
Yeah.
So, some people, you might be the kind of, like, frugal, thrifty person that wants to put it in a special, like, place where then you take all those and do a tail-end project.
I'll think about it. That sounds more...
I have no desire. I like the concept of a tail-end project, but
wouldn't it just turn out like brown?
No. Michelle from Biddy said she does them. They're really pretty and made by Michelle. inspired by Michelle Ray on Instagram. She has a floss tube, but she has a, I don't think she has like a traditional floss tube. I think she has a YouTube channel that's more about other things. But anyway, her Instagram account that's the person I got the idea for you to mix the DMC colors on the Garden of Skulls to save it.
Yeah.
She has a tail end like pattern that she put out that's a freebie. And well, it's really cute.
Let me start doing that. Then I'll put them all on here.
Let me pull it up.
And then it'll be, at least I'll have a whole thing of tail ends.
Let's see.
Maybe I'll use it, maybe I won't, but they'll be there.
I'll show you guys this tail end project, but Michelle just picks whatever whatever project she thinks would be fun to do, because you can do it with any monochromatic piece. But there's 2 ones that Michelle Ray has done that are amazing. Let's see, so one is that she's just been doing this square and turned it into a biscornu.
Oh, wow, that's really cool.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm going to be showing you guys what I'm showing Allison. And then let me actually take some screenshots so I know what it was.
I love the buttons you put on there too.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you could just do that, because the thing that would be nice about that is then you don't need a pattern. You just take the tail end when you're done and you don't even unthread your needle. You just pick that piece and do it. But she also made a tail end pattern for people to download for free that she stitched. She posts like every single day.
She stitches so much.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, that's really cool.
So you could do either, but you just keep the project by you, and then when you're done and you cut off the floss, you just take that needle and you literally just do the other thing until the thread is done. And slow you down a little bit, but then you get like the cool other things.
Yeah. Interesting.
So
very cool.
Anyway.
All right. So now you've seen all of that, I'll show you the actual project. Here we go. I barely stitched on this last year because my team didn't do so well, and it was upsetting me. So in order to get over it and move on, I just went to the next page.
Do you remember last year how worried you were about that purple, and it looks totally fine?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. It just is the shadow.
It's the shadow.
It's up close. It is bright purple, but it is there. It's just a shadow.
Yeah. So I know, even though this page that I had been doing is not done. You can see it's not done. I needed to move on, or else I was just gonna lose my mind. So then I
getting some space in there will make you so much happier when you pull it out. Though.
In fact, this page also has his toy sack right here. Yeah. I'm not gonna do that yet. I'm gonna get him at least kind of outlined before I'm like, okay, I'll do extra stuff. But
in case you're like, I need to quit, and so here's the Santa.
Yeah, because all I've had for 2 years is this arm. So time to move on.
That's true. Oh, because I don't think I ever processed these. You did like a left center start, or did you do a center?
I did a center start,
but you just came over.
Yeah.
You chose wrong. No, just kidding.
I was choosing the wreath. Isn't that pretty?
Yes,
the wreath is cool. But so I've got a little bit of his hat and beard. I really am almost done with this section, but the one color I don't have is a metallic DMC Light Effects color, and I don't want to buy it, so I'm thinking about it.
Sub it out for
what though?
The DMC that matches. A Light Effects DMC has a perfect DMC match. It's just the color of DMC that.
I'll talk after this, because when I googled it, it said E168 is the same as the one that's called for, but they're both metallic. So, like, the substitute was also a metallic.
Yeah, because it was probably trying to substitute the effects and stuff. But I bet E168 and 168 are the same color.
Maybe.
I have a Light Effects one and a sampler, and I'm not going to do it.
Well, I don't even think that's not what I wanted for this piece. I don't want it to be, like, sparkly.
Yeah.
I want it to be, like, old-fashioned.
Let me see. If the one I have is the right one, though, do you want it?
No. I don't want to do it in silver. But I want to get a close enough non-metallic one that it still is like pretty and silvery, but not shiny.
Now I'm just curious if it is literally the same.
This is a easy count grid. I believe it is 16 count. I don't remember. I think it's 16 count. It's going to be really big. Oh, no, I will show you. I have a picture. This is not not that it's not a real pattern. It's just it's a homemade pattern. Somebody in Oklahoma who was obviously a fan in the 80s made it up. It is ridiculously hard to read. So
your highlighting is pretty amazing though.
That's how you tell them apart. It's ridiculously hard to read. I do not recommend buying it.
I don't know if it's still for sale.
I don't know if it's for sale either. I got it on Etsy. I don't know if it's still available. But if it is, save yourself a headache. Do something else. but I've started it. I'm going for it, and it's gonna be fine. But isn't that cute? Just at this point, I was like, I could have picked any other chart that had a Santa and redone his sweater, and then be done with it. But I had to choose the one that's typed out in the 80s.
It literally never crossed my mind until now. I was like, well, she wants us to understand it. She has to do this one. But like,
nope, did not have to.
You could make it, you could quit this.
Do it to any other pattern.
Why don't you quit this and just take a prairie schooler Santa and just and it would be this big. It'd be so cute.
I already started. I don't.
Well, okay. Why don't you just do like this up?
Yeah.
No toy sack.
Yeah, the toy sack.
Because you got the football helmet, so you don't really need the wagon. And the wagon is not.
I didn't do the football helmet.
But you can do all of this stuff
that
because it's still football-y, and that is questionable. Like in the future, will that even be an okay symbol to have?
Yeah.
You know, so like,
who knows?
Skip the teddy bear. Just look.
Just doesn't need a sack at all.
Yeah, and no pants.
No pants. Santa with no pants. Okay. Anyway,
you can put it in a round frame, so it makes sense that he doesn't have pants because it's like a portrait frame. It'd be so cute.
We'll see. I'm definitely starting with going up and around.
Yeah.
So by the time I finish the first half, I'll see how I feel.
We'll see if
I'm
like,
I
it's just
hate this, I hate this, I hate this.
It's just a head.
Be done.
In 2050, we'll talk about how much you want to do of the
For
feet.
real. All right, so that's Sooner Santa. I put him away. But I want to keep working on him for a while because I'm having fun. I'm having fun with my new floss system. I don't know if it's actually the stitching. The stitching is kind of annoying, but all right. Next up, we have. Oh, I'll do this one next. This is a Stephanie Craig original.
That's looking good.
I know. This is another one I thought I might have done today.
Yeah.
Didn't.
How many stitches do you have left? Like
Not very
100?
But they're all
Different colors.
Yes, they're all confetti. So
yeah.
It will still take me a while to finish.
This is based on this photo of Bear Lake in Rocky Mountain National Park. The ones that are this small, I never want to release them until I have a model stitch of them, but then I haven't been doing any model stitching. So I haven't released one in a while, but it's looking so good. And then when you're like, so in my office, I feel like when I show pictures of like my office that I film in there, people who don't know might not even know that they're cross stitches because from that far away, they just look like photographs on the wall.
Yeah.
But that's looking so good.
Yeah, I really like it.
So when it's finished, I'll release it.
Yeah. So this side has been done for over a year. So I just did this side within the last few weeks.
It's really pretty. And people have volunteered to do model stitches. And I know if I put out a call for model stitchers, somebody would be like, yeah. But it's like I need to chart a few and then ask for some model stitchers.
Yeah.
It's looking so good.
I know, I'm very excited. So hopefully, this one I do want to put in the fair.
Yeah.
So I think I can get this one knocked out.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's that guy. And then I have 3 more. Okay. So what happens when I don't show up for a while? This is upside down. This is a Disney Dreams kit. Cinderella Wishes Upon a Dream. This is the first start, second start, third start. And there we go. We got some momentum going. And so far all I've got is the cat, which I find very cute.
Oh.
And once I get the back stitch in, you'll be able to see them.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to see because I didn't.
The Disney Dreams collection kits is they're so expensive and they're never that clear. Even when they're done, they don't look that clear.
They look like impression painting.
Yeah, but I think like Allison has one finished on her shelf over there, and across the room they look fantastic. Up close, it's Monet. It's like that. It's like Bear Lake too. It's like up close, you're like, what am I stitching? And then if you're like 4 feet away from it, it's like, oh
yeah.
But up close, I didn't know that was a cat.
It's a cat, but and a statue from the garden.
Oh.
But again, it will once I put the back stitches.
This start is in the right place though. So this
that's right. That is the right one.
This is the one that
this is wrong.
Yeah, because she switched flosses.
So that is how long it is.
She stopped using the Candamar kit floss and got a DMC conversion.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. I've kind of been in a
full So this is gonna be done by the State Farm?
2028. Yeah.
So pretty. If you want to know more about like why that kit is expensive, this is not one of the kits that's on our most expensive kits video list, but it is
same family.
Same family. Yeah. Kits, if it was a pattern only, it'd be probably on the list, but it's but it's not on the most expensive kits list. But it's the same family, and so we talk a lot about those kits on that video. I'll link below.
And I have finished like one over there. I finished a mini one. And I am working on another mini one that's still in a mermaid. And work on it in the last few weeks.
So it pray.
Yeah. All right. This is Cenerentola by Madame Chantilly. I have been working on it for a very long time, but I keep starting and stopping because every time I pick it up, I remember, oh yeah, you can't stitch white on this. I still need to frog all of my white stuff that you cannot see. And then I have to choose new colors whenever I do a new motif, and it's really annoying me. Because I don't feel like I'm that creative. But so the only progress I got was this horse.
I feel like you gotta take the Disney Cinderella inspiration and go with like pale blue.
For the horse?
For the white. Because like this glass slipper is white because they're using white, but in the movie they use blue.
Blue, yeah.
And then her hair, maybe like a gray.
Gray, yeah.
Do you want me to just assign them all colors and that will be easier on your brain? And then you can pick the DMC you like, but you don't have to make, decision fatigue when you're stitching sucks.
Yeah, it does. And it's so big that I'm like, it's
you're gonna
the easiest one I have.
Yeah, you're going to have a fairy tale wall in here eventually, so.
It's the easiest one though, because it's like giant blocks stitching, but it's such a fun, like, storybook page. It's cute.
My arms are literally hurting.
Because it goes down to like way down here.
When people say something's a blanket of GM's data, this is what they mean.
Yep. Plus it looks so good, right? It isn't kind of annoying to work on because you have to hold all that stuff. But
it's the Ada's so soft.
Yeah. It's fine. It's okay.
It's acceptable.
It's acceptable. I think this is another one I liquid dyed.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was.
I think you did them at the same time,
right? I think that is a cut of this.
Then I think it's tea.
Is it tea?
Yeah. I think.
No clue. Anyway. And my last one. Yep, last one. Okay. Last one. This is a Satsuma Street, 12 Days of Christmas. I don't know if they have multiple ones, but this one is the 2016.
Because Tiny Modernist has two.
I
think Satsuma has one.
I'm sure they have more because they have the.
But they have the kits.
So this is not the kit one. This is just the. Oh, I have it actually. Mm-hmm.
Those shirts are big and pretty.
They're easy to read. I like it.
Yeah, I've never. Those shirts are huge.
Yeah, they're easy to follow. But those are the ones that I'm stitching. And I'm stitching them individually and turning them into ornaments. So I did the first one a while ago.
Ornaments to enter at the state fair, or do you need to enter these?
I'm not going to enter these.
Do you have any other ornaments?
No. Nothing.
You're the reigning second place.
Yeah,
the reigning silver medalist.
The first place was so good that what's the point?
Her little cut came in second. Gorgeous.
Second out of
first place was a needlepoint that they had done as a circular ball that had was sticking out of like an ornament.
You could have bought it for like $100. I mean, like it's beautiful, but I was not going to compete. No. So I'm gonna wait until they're all done.
So you finished one of these.
I finished this one before.
So this is
the one I finished this week. This is the one I No, 2 weeks ago this week.
So you have 2
And I
finishes.
started. They're not finishes. Okay. Y'all can play that game. For me, 12 have to be done for it to be finished.
But then why would you say I needed a new start? So you just came over here, but then I needed a new start and you just came over here.
Because it's the same thing I did with this. Like, I was sick of working on one corner, so you moved to the other. It doesn't mean you're done. It just means you needed to go somewhere else.
That swan is so pretty.
I know, isn't it pretty? They're all really pretty. I'm excited. They're going to look so good. But after I finish my 2 turtle doves, that's one that's right there. It's my husband and I's anniversary.
So pretty.
Yeah, and that's all I have. That's all she wrote.
Okay, so I have 3 whips.
What? Oh yeah, you haven't told me yet.
I didn't tell her what's going on with this whip. I told people so the channel has a Zoom membership and I'm running it, Allison's not running it. And Sundays I host a stitch together. I'm trying to get her to show up, but as like I guess she's not like responsible for being there. But I'm like, you should come stitch with us, it's fun. So today, when I was stitching on this day, I told them about it, but I didn't tell you about it. So
the bag.
And anyone can join. It's $5.99 a month. Anyone can join it. We meet every Sunday.
I mean, it sounds fun.
It is really fun. And it is really fun. And like, but anyway, so I was stitching this in the group today because I did all the black in these wings so that I could save the green as fill-in because I tried to save fill-in for that every Sunday. So since you guys saw this last, I did 800 stitches. I came in here and I did the 2 motifs. Okay, so this top block is done now. It's obviously not like a full square block, but this actual like separate rectangle is done. And then I started down here. So I did 800 stitches. But you might say like, oh, well, 800 is progress. But actually my actual progress is negative 1200 because I realized when I was editing last week's video and then editing the photographs I took of this piece, do you see what's wrong with it?
No.
Okay. This top box, these 2 top boxes, it's confusing because it's this box and this box are 11 stitches too tall. And once I knew that, it was like enough to look really lopsided to me. So all of these boxes should be the same.
Oh, and this one's extra tall.
And it's 11 inches too tall. And I don't know.
Dude, fudge that.
I all week I was like, I didn't really pick it up much because I was like trying to decide what to do. Because once I start stitching in these boxes, then the decision is made, right?
Yeah.
But I decided I actually will hate it looking at the wall because I don't mind like picture fudging and stuff. But something that would bother me is if I was looking at the wall and I saw it and every time I noticed that because I noticed it, right? I didn't find out when I was stitching and be like, oh no, I'm off. I noticed it when I was looking at the piece. And I was like, okay, that is actually, and I sent it to my friend Jen, Jen's Fiber Web, was like, can you tell? She's like, no. But the more I thought about it, I was like, so I don't think anybody else is like being like, oh no, it's horrible, you need to fix it. But no, of the kinds of mistakes you can make, there's a lot I don't care about. This is one that actually bothered me enough that I saw it in the pictures when I was editing the photos and the videos. So I'm going to fix it.
How are you going to fix it?
So what I'm going to do, here, will you hold it up? So I can't stop and fix it or I will throw it away.
Yeah.
Right? So instead, I'm going to count down from the top of these 2 boxes and finish these 2 boxes. So that gives me a lot of time of working. Then I'm going to do a new bottom. Then when I go to the next one, I will frog the top and stitch up to the new place, right? And then do these 2 boxes. And then when I'm down here, I will finish these 2 boxes, do the bottom, and then frog and move them up. And so I'm just not going to, it cost me about 2,000 stitches. I am mad about it, but
you could spread it out so it doesn't look to the eye.
I was thinking that if I did that, it would save me. It would only save me. Okay. So if I did that, right, it would save me having to do these 350 stitches again of the diamonds, and it would save me these 2 bottom borders but this stuff would still need to be moved, right?
No. You're saying this is the box that's too tall?
Yeah.
spread your motifs out so that they fit.
Oh no, I noticed the boxes. Like my eye is drawn to the.
But will you when they're full?
Yeah, I'll never be able to look at this and not see it.
That might be a psychological thing.
Well, yeah, but all frogging versus fudging is psychological, right? Like it's like how much mistake can I make? Because I already figured out exactly how I could do it to get. I mean, it would be fine in terms of like looking at that box, it would look pretty, but in the frame, as a whole, like looking at the whole piece, it would look insane to me. Okay. Which is why I didn't notice it when I was just doing it hoop by hoop. Because once I made the mistake here, I just copied the size and then I counted the right sizes for down here. Like these are maybe off by 1 each or whatever. These are maybe 1 box too short, actually, which is exaggerating even more that this is 11 too tall. Mm-hmm. But so yeah, but I can save it. It's really that like when I see the whole thing, I hate it the way that it is in terms of the symmetry of the piece, and I just have to fix it. Okay. And it is going to be annoying. What's going to what I'm going to hate the most is moving this up, because moving these is like nothing, right? Mm-hmm. And this, it's a lot, but it's only 350 stitches, and I don't even have to frog these, because once I move this bottom border up, they won't even be in the frame. Oh, right. But so I'm just gonna do the top row, frog the bottom, move the as I go, mm-hmm. And then also because my other thinking was I could distribute the differences and just move these inner ones, and I don't know if and I don't have to make that decision right now. So I could just say, okay, this is 11 too tall. Mm-hmm. I'll make this one 3 too tall, 4 too tall, 3 too tall, or whatever, right? And then I wouldn't have to move the bottom at all. Mm-hmm. But that only really saves me like 600 of the 2,000. It doesn't save the whole thing, mm-hmm. Because so much of it is in this border right here. Mm-hmm. So that's annoying. Mm-hmm. So anyway, so I am gonna frog it, but I'm not
you could make up your own cool border to go across the bottom and get rid of those extra.
But like,
I understand it's psychologically you're there,
and I just, because it's gonna be like in my office or in my living room, I'm gonna look at it every day and I'm gonna think about that every day. Whereas like if it was just like, oh, her dress is weird or her hand is slightly different or something, that wouldn't, or like oh, okay, so like the top is very messed up, but I don't care, because so the bottom is correct and the top is messed up in terms of where the diamonds are, because there's 2 places in the top border where there's 3 spaces and the rest of them are 2. Mm. But I accidentally put a couple places where there was only 1 space over here. So instead of frogging that, I just mirrored it over here, and it's not exactly mirrored, but I made the same like adjustments so that overall it just looked even weirder. Mm-hmm. And I love it, and I'm fine with that. I am mostly a fudger, mm-hmm. but this is something where I'm like, that will drive me nuts. Okay. So I'm going to fix it as I go. And then plans, we'll talk about what that means. I have to drop from my plans because I can't do everything. Yeah. So this is on 32 count vintage pair from Lakeside Linen. It is green.
Really good color. It's green and it's beautiful.
And it photographs brown.
Yeah.
And it photographs brown in the model.
Yeah.
And I have 2 projects on this kind of fabric. And both of them photograph brown. It's crazy.
But it's a really pretty green.
It's green. And if you were going to do this piece and you wanted to do it on green, but you couldn't find the Lakeside, agave. I just sold a piece of agave for Allie. Allie's Z's Crafty gave me her like D-stash stuff, and I just sold a bunch of it. And she had a piece of agave that was brighter green, but like would be a decent substitute if you wanted to do this chart on green in a fabric that's like pretty easy to get because it's like Zweigart or something. Yeah. All right, and then that lives in my Golden Familiars project case, and she wasn't at Prairie Moon Primitives when we were there because she was down at the Stitching Sirens retreat, and I was watching Stitchopotamus today, and she picked up a new Golden Familiar Stitch and Go case. When she was there, she custom ordered one that's going to be like Godzilla fabric.
Oh, cool.
So mine is mermaids.
And I have one too.
Art Deco mermaids. Allison's is...
Mine is Cinderella, and my Cenerentola is in it.
And Renee just put a thing on her website that she is pausing custom orders for a little while. while she like does some behind the scenes stuff. Oh yeah, you can do bobbins or not. But I've become like, I always loved the case, but I wasn't using it to go to stitching days and stuff because it wasn't.
Yeah.
But now that I actually have like stitching days out. Oh, and the other thing, I've also found if I keep this in my lap when I'm stitching with my kids and then they want to come up to me and say like, you know, mommy, like Molly will say, put it away, put it away, put it away. And I can really just go like this. And like with my iPad and everything, it's much easier than a project bag. So for like chaos stitching, I would have thought before that this would be like less good for chaos stitching, but it is way better for chaos stitching. So I'm obsessed with mine.
Very cool. Yeah, yours is pretty too.
And it's just fun to like had to own something for like almost over a year, and then to find like new life and new ways to appreciate it. All right, so that's the one I did the most. This one's next. This one got 670 stitches. This is Moon Phase Bell Pull by Tiny Modernist.
Oh, it's so good.
I'm doing this as a full moon stitch along with Jen from Jen's Fiber Web, Amy from Amy Loves Toads, and Megan, the White-Eyed Stitcher. I know, it's been there. It was there on the...
That's on it? That's not chocolate?
It's a stain, but we talked about it during the whip parade. It's been there for a while.
Oh, I didn't
know. So either I need to...
Tide pin.
Yeah, let's tide pin it. But if it doesn't come out, then I just have to frame it. I might have to get like an art to frame order, or like order it framed for it, because I might not be able to thrift something that's exactly correct. Tide pin. I know some people say don't tide pin your stuff, but
why not?
Especially this.
You have to press it because that's how it comes out.
Especially this spot that's like outside of where the frame would be anyway, if I have to get a custom frame. But
let it soak for a while. Yeah, just let it soak.
We'll see. But it's one of those where the stain is, it doesn't freak me out. It's kind of fine. There was another place I think that had a stain, but I think the moon went over it. Yeah.
Well, that is really, really pretty.
So, there's all these like white stitches down here. Oh, Megan, the White-Eyed Stitcher, finished her. So she showed her finish in her, because she already had it as a whip and just joined us as like a motivation to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
And now she's working on another full moon piece, but she's still stitching full moon with us. And then next year we might pick something new to keep it going. So we got to send us your best moon projects. So I'm also going to have to frog this. So what? So.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, so I did my 600. So I was behind 300 stitches from last month, and I told you guys in my 2025 like catch up plans, like what's going on with my life, that I was not going to be able to catch up on those 300 stitches in July or August, because other than I'm mostly state fair mode with a few small monthly goals and things. So I did the 640 stitches I'm supposed to do for the month. I'm 300 stitches behind for the year, but I'm fine with that. I'm going to replace the white stitches with beads, and Allie Z is Crafty found some beads for me at StitchCon on the freebie table. And then I have leftover white beads from other projects, or will when I actually bead this other project. So anyway, so I'm going to do beads for those. So I'm just going up and doing the moons in the border. And see, like it has these black things where this line crosses, and I just did the half of them, and so they look crazy. But I hit my goal last night. And then I took it out and I was looking at it. And I was like, I'm going to wait to make any decisions about this till daylight, because I'm also not going to fix it this month. But there are 3 shades in the moons. And I think I used white for the lightest gray and the white. I don't think, okay, so see how
that's awesome.
See how this moon has lots of shading detail?
Yeah. And
this moon only has dark spots?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I'll actually frog it, because there's not that colored isn't used that much. I think I'm just going to do a top leg over it just to give it the definition. Because what I like about this piece is how beautiful the moons are. Mm-hmm. And then this one has no shade. Yeah. So I think I'm going to try with just a top leg, and it's not.
That would be enough, because it's subtle.
Yeah, it's only like 100 stitches, yeah. or maybe 200.
Well,
it's
you
not
want
that many.
Subtle.
But I was not fixing it this month, and I'm not fixing it next month. I'm going to keep going, and then I'll fix it later. But anyway, so I'm also going to have to frog or fudge this piece. I probably will lean on fudging. Yeah. But yeah, so we're really 2 for 2. Yeah. Anyway, I did my monthly portion.
Honestly, if you didn't do either of those, it would still look good.
Yeah, it would look pretty. And I also could match the other moon that's like this on the other side. I could do the same thing, so it would even look less different. Yeah. But what I like about the pattern is the shading. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't make sense to me to lose it when actually like I think it's very obvious that it's not shaded compared to the next one. I think a person looking at the pattern wouldn't know, but like as far as like my enjoyment of it, so I am gonna.
Well, it looks great.
Fix it. I might even go ahead and frog it because it's really not that many stitches. You know, it's just like. But we'll see when I actually decide to tackle it. I'm not tackling it. I do think it looks great. It's on 28 count, enchanted by Oak Crown Studios, and I think it looks great. I just was like, what did I do? Yeah. Like also like I you know I did all the white as fill-in, but like I spent a lot of time getting that first color of white in to then fill white around it. Like that's such a waste of time.
Yeah,
it lives in this repurposed cosmetic case, and I'm stitching it with this vintage spring hoop. I'm stitching this with a 7-inch princess hoop, but I've shown you guys all these projects recently, so you guys have seen that recently. If you want to know more about vintage hoops, you can check out our vintage hoop parade.
I'm an official convert. But I still
like
like
the screw ones.
I like the switch, but I have two that are this like better wood, better everything. I find myself going to search for which bag this one is in so that I can put it in whichever one I'm actually working on. So now I think I'm just going to leave this one in my stitchy spot.
Oh, do you want me to
instead of
because you had me sell some of these, right?
Yeah, none of the ones with the screw top.
Oh, okay.
I kept these. This size with the screw top.
Oh, I sold some bigger ones with this.
Yeah.
So if I see those in the thrift store, because sometimes I'll see those in like Goodwill or whatever, you want me to just grab them for you?
If they're not like
if it's
cheap or broken.
Yeah, if it's the old nice ones.
Yeah.
The way you know is that these are the ones that say made in Taiwan on them. And they're like not super expensive, but I've seen these in thrift stores for like $2 or $3.
Well, and I don't really need
No, but if I saw one in a thrift store and that was like that size, that brand, just pick it up.
I'm not saying I wouldn't use them, but
they're just like
it's just better.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like working on the bamboo one I was using this morning, I was like, why is it so loose? Then I had to switch.
My last project, I only did 300 stitches in this, but this is Sweet Summer Coming In by Blackbird Designs. So I'm stitching on 32 count, like a scrap of 32 count vintage porcelain by Lakeside Linen. And I'm going to turn it into a pillow. So this is as tall as it goes. It's not as far down as it goes, but I'm going to turn it into a pillow, so I don't need a big margin.
Yeah. Oh, before you leave, I have the walnut. So.
Oh, awesome. Okay. And I have fusible interfacing.
I have some
already at home.
And I got polyfill if you want that. Because I did both. Yeah. It was a mix of both.
Okay. I gotta make some pillows. So last time I had part of this top strawberry done, so I did the dark color in this strawberry and in this strawberry, and then I started on the basket. And then there's 2 colors in this basket. So this basket will get a lot more stitches, and then it comes down a little bit. And then there's like some really annoying fiddly quilty motifs all around. But I do want to put this in the State Fair. I think I might just put it in Patriotic because there's like holidays, and holidays are like, there's Patriotic / 4th of July. And it's Sweet Summer Come Again. So it's, to me, it's like as patriotic seasonal holiday as like random leaves are.
I just don't think it'll place.
It won't place.
Because of that. But if you put it in a different category, it might place.
It won't. I mean,
it'll be in summer. I mean,
there's no summer category.
Oh.
The only summer category is
patriotic.
It wouldn't place in outside. It won't place in anything, but I do want to turn it into the State Fair just because I like to turn in everything. It might get like 10.
That's fine, but I don't think that's not fair to you that it's competing against things like
Lady of the Flies.
Like Lady of the Flies.
No, but I mean, no matter what category it goes in, it's like, it's just, I don't want to put it in the categories I stand a chance at being competitive in. And it would get crushed in outdoors and it'll get crushed in patriotic, but it does have red, white, and blue, like stuff and yellow stuff around it. And I also kind of like the idea of putting something in patriotic that's not overtly patriotic because like who's feeling overtly patriotic right now? Mm-hmm. Anyway, but this is a celebration of like summer. Anyway, I was going to stitch the bird piece that goes with it. And I am going to still stitch it on this other scrap, but I'm not going to stitch it before the State Fair now because it's some of the adjustments I have to make for doing an extra 2,000 stitches in black and sky.
Yeah.
Means but the thing is, like, I'd rather have that piece be like the way I want it than have one other small in the state fair.
Yeah.
Because the small is the size. We submit them, but they don't do well. But they still get ribbons sometimes because we get ribbons out to 10th place and there's not always 10 inches.
Yeah.
So, but I really like it. I'm doing it with a conversion from the called for to Classic Colorworks and Gentle Arts. And I will keep this out and finish it. I just won't do the companion piece before then. And it lives in this repurposed. I actually have a lot of project bags, obviously, but the project bags all my current projects are living in are like mostly the most recent things I've been given or gotten. And so I have like repurposed cosmetic bags and stuff. And then I'm stitching with this Forge Princess hoop that one of you guys sent me, which is so sweet.
Very cute.
And here's my, so yeah, so I'll just keep this kitted up with the scrap of fabric for when I can start the other piece. It's very sweet, but it's even smaller than this. It's just like a little bird eating a strawberry, and I'll pull it out next summer. But aren't those flosses just gorgeous? Mm-hmm. The only sad thing is this blue is so pretty, and there's almost none of it in this chart, but there's a lot in the other chart because it's the bird color. Mm-hmm. So I won't get to use that one very much, but
that'll be fun though.
Yeah. So it only got like 300 stitches. Again, it's only been a week since I recorded, and I had, since I was running Allie's D-Stash, when I run a D-Stash, I always miss stitching days because there's just days where I need to spend the time I could be stitching after the kids go to sleep, like packing envelopes and stuff. Mm-hmm. So all the envelopes all the packages for the D-Stash that were placed last week are all on their way. But some more orders came in this weekend that I have to send out. And then I realized there are 2 cuts of fabric that didn't get listed because they were like close enough to other things that when I was listing them, I thought the photographs of them were the photographs of the other things. So I have 2 more pieces of fabric to list, and then I'll like share on Instagram like when those are live. But somebody today bought the ink circles. So Allie had an ink circles pattern that's like that 5 o'clock somewhere pattern, whatever. Yeah. But it had like a custom needle minder that said like, not custom, but had like a cute needle minder that said like always happy hour or something. And somebody finally bought that today because I was like, don't leave that in my office.
That's funny.
But then the one thing, you guys, no one has bought the Threadworks thread, and I need you guys to buy it. Allison just told me, Stephanie, you're not allowed to buy things. I cannot accidentally purchase 60 skeins of Threadworks, and it's so nice. One of you guys, Allison, tell them they have to. Somebody
have to buy it.
One of you guys wants that much Threadworks and knows how great. Like, I am loving stitching with Threadworks so much that I'm just like looking at.
She can't.
I can't. So one of you guys who
and go watch. I have 5 years worth of plans video. She made one. Do it.
I got it. So one of you guys have to buy it so that you can enjoy it. I needed to know that it's going to a home where it will be loved, taken care of, petted.
There are many people
given minutes, yes, but it cannot be me. So there are still cool things from Allie's D-Stash on. There's some Lugana, some pretty Lugana. There's the Threadworks, and then there's some really fun patterns. So, but all the project bags are sold, and thank you, and you know who you are, to the person who I was like, the Threadworks and the Project Keeper were the 2 things that I was like stressed about because I was like, the Project Keeper cannot stay, and the person was like, I hope you don't mind that I bought the Project Keeper. I was like, no, thank God. All right, so okay, so that was all my whips. So, but again, it's only been a week, and it's a day less, and during a week when I had to get clean up for my birthday party and for do the D-Stash. So I stitched about half of what I wanted to stitch. Okay, where are we? All right, plans. What are your plans? For the next,
next 30 minutes?
For the next 1 to 3 months, tell us every single thing you're going to do in detail.
Wow.
Yeah.
I am going.
If you come back next Sunday, then you only have to tell me a week's worth of plans.
I have 13 whips. My goal is to get it down to 10.
You didn't like having so few whips because what you found was that you didn't have things to stitch you actually wanted to stitch.
Well, that is true, but I need to get over that because that's crazy.
Or just UFO the projects.
Right.
You really don't want to stitch.
If I'm not enjoying it, get rid of it. Right. But at this moment, I really like everything I've got going. I just need to make myself like I did with Sooner Santa, start on a different start on a different
Yeah.
section. You will remember you do
What you
like
like about it, yeah.
So don't start anything else. Get down to 10 and then reassess. Do I really need to go up one or down? You know, like make a concerted effort to whip down because it's not working.
Allison's at 10 whips. No, 13 whips. So she's trying to whip down.
Because I had 2 finishes and I'm still at 12.
Sound
I'm still 13.
Sound off in the comments. How does that make you feel? You can use your favorite emoji. Give us the emoji. How does Allison feeling the need to whip down from 13 make you feel? It makes me feel...
Okay.
We're different, but that's okay.
Weird. Everybody's different. Everyone has a different one. But I think half of mine are full coverage that it will take me years if I don't work on them.
Yeah.
So I need to make an effort because they're so intense.
Mm-hmm.
I really need to work on them.
What are they? So
I've got
Cinderella.
I've got Cinderella. I've got Little Mermaid. That's a small one, but it's full coverage. I have to restart Winnie the Pooh, and I want to do that one.
Are you going to save the little tiny Winnie the Pooh you did?
No, you can't even see it. It's all good.
It's a good piece of fabric.
Yeah, it's so tiny.
Oh wait, you're starting on new fabric.
I have to, but it's in the middle of that one. So no, and then I have the Sleeping Beauty little that I want to do. Like I have a lot of full coverage ones I want.
Yeah.
To finish. So I need to start making an effort to pick those up, even if I'm not in a mood to do full. You know, I've been looking at Sooner Santa for 2 years and it's not done. Like that's crazy. I need to pick it up.
I would have burned that pattern. I would have opened that the day you opened that manila envelope with those.
And you were like, what?
It looked. Okay, do you remember our grandmother? Do you remember Grandma Kathleen had like all those like Hertz rental car papers she brought home from work that were like in these plastic binders in the playroom that we were allowed to play in. They were in like these plastic binders and we just like draw and flip through them or whatever. It reminded me of that. Like, it reminded me of, like, paper that somebody had put in the recycle bin in, like, 1994, and they were like, oh, but children, you can play with this. Like that. I don't know how you're reading it.
It's hard. It sucks. And like I said, don't recommend it. If you want to have something, customized, do it yourself.
So, Allison's plans are to whip down.
Yeah. At least finish some of my full
coverage. And focus on your full coverages.
Yeah, I need to finish some full coverage.
Are you going to allow yourself some, like, small side quests? Smalls, fun things.
Very small.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No more big until I finish some really big full coverage.
And now that you've watched more Flosstube this week than you had in a while, did you find anything that you're like, oh, I didn't even know that was on the market, and now
No, I'm thinking of ones that I've seen in the past.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember the name of it. I told you about it yesterday. With the pear in the house.
Oh. James the Giant Pear. No, it's the rose and the rose and the giant pear or something like that.
Is that what it's called? It's Hands Across the Sea.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do that one, but I don't want to. I'm not spending any money right now, so I'm not going to buy anything. But I would like to have a time. I would like to have enough. I want to whip down enough to have that and be that like a focus start to finish kind of.
Yeah.
Enjoy that piece. So whip down.
What if I charted something for you that also had pears in it that you just model stitched for me instead? Would that?
Let me see what it looks like.
Well, you saw it. You saw it yesterday. Would that while you were sitting under? With that?
Oh, I did like that. Yes.
Would that scratch the same itch? Because I can give you that pattern for free.
Yeah, probably.
I just have to chart it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Do I get to say what color the background is? Or are you going to make it so that it's not full coverage?
I think I'm going to put options of it's either you can do it full coverage. Smaller, or you could do it literally that size, which is nuts. Or you can do it on fabric.
It's only that size because it was
needlepoint. Yeah, I'm thinking of charting this antique needlepoint that I bought, which I didn't buy with the intention of charting it, but looking at it, I'm like, that would actually be quite fun to stitch.
That looks really pretty.
But I could stitch it on. You could stitch it on Ada full coverage, but like a small square, and I could stitch it on linen as a model stitch. Mm-hmm. We'll see. Okay.
What about you?
Plans. Okay, so I had to drop 2 projects from my state fair prep whips. So I had 11 whips that I had out between now and the state fair. Not whips, but like 11 projects that I would like had plans for, and I had to drop doing the other half of Sweet Summer coming in. And I'm also going to drop doing the Velvet Pony Wings of Spring style because I just have 4,000 stitches of it left. And looking at that versus looking at Annie Hyssop, I don't think either of them would win their category, but Annie Hyssop in the Halloween category, I think has a chance to do better than that would have a chance to do in the animal category because the animal category is like a lot of full coverage giant animals, right? And whereas Halloween kind of straddles the like traditional Halloween to Plum Street to Witchy Stitcher or whatever. It kind of fits more in the things they could be looking for, even if it's not big enough to like do that well. And also I already have the frame for it and I want it on my wall, and so I'm going to keep Annie High Step out and put away the Wings of Spring, which makes me sad because it's really pretty and easy to stitch on because it's Ada. But I just had to make choices, and everything else had like 1,000 stitches or 500 stitches. Didn't make sense. I still want to start my birthday start. I still want to start Jordan's.
I'm gonna do Victor start. I'll do Hello Summer.
Oh,
what are you calling it?
Hello, it's my birthday.
Hello, it's my birthday. I'm gonna do Ellen's birthday, but I'm gonna do Liz Matthews.
The small,
freebie part.
So it's Stitch Liz Matthews. There's lots of freebies on her website.
And they're really, really
pick up a whip, or I'm going to start Seaside, which was a Patreon chart from last summer that's not released. So it's not like Stitch That chart. It's any hello from Liz Matthews. And just make sure you tag me if you share it on Instagram, as well as using the hashtag hello, it's my birthday, or hello, it's my birthday SAL. You can use either. Okay. So I'm going to start that on my birthday, and then on Jordan's half birthday, I'm going to start Dino Garden. Yeah. I'm not going to go very far. I'm just going to pick one Pteranodon at the top and try to just do that one Pteranodon.
You'll love that.
If I have the colors.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, listen, I'm going to stitch it in secret until your birthday, but here's your one little Pteranodon that you get to see. And then I have a plan for finishing that by January, from September to January. You're going to see that a lot from September to January. And then, I'm going to Midsummer Stitch, but what that's going to look like for me, my childcare plans are changing. Did I tell you this? Okay, so Mom is out of town that weekend, so I couldn't ask her to do any extra stuff like keep one of the kids overnight or anything, so I could have extra time. Mm-hmm. But I normally have, their dad watches them like 5 hours both of the days of Midsummer Stitch. So I was like, well, at least I'll have that 10 hours plus after they go to bed to like be in the rooms and stitch with people. And then the rest of the time I can just watch it on like my laptop, like it's a TV program while they're running around crazy. I'm not stitching, but I'm still enjoying the entertainment, right? Mm-hmm. And I have a video on what I'm doing to prep for Midsummer Stitch that I will link to below. If you've never been, it's really fun. And it's Saturday and Sunday. This week it's the 19th and 20th, and you can buy tickets like literally day of, and it's all online. So it's wonderful. So I was talking to Valerie about how like it wasn't fully last minute because I found out like 8 or 9 days before, but it wasn't with any like consideration of like, can you have the kids 24/7 for 3 days? So there's nothing I can do about that. But I was talking to Valerie about it. And she's like, well, why don't you come up? Because we were going to go up for a weekend in Kansas City in August. Jordan really wants to go back and see the cats while they're kittens. And she was like, well, why don't you just come up next weekend instead of in August? Yeah. And I'll take the kids during the time that he would have. And you can be on your stuff. Because she knows enough about this to know, like, she doesn't get it, but she
enough to know what it's serious.
Yeah, she respects it, but she doesn't get it.
I don't understand, but
so I'm gonna do that. So it's gonna look different. Like I think I'll get the same number of hours to be in the stitching rooms, but I don't think I'll get to watch all the stuff as much. But that stuff is now recorded, and you can watch it back later. So I don't know how long it's recorded for, but I'm hoping I can maybe watch that stuff. Because I'll want to see her and visit too, and I will still have to be a parent. But she'll watch the kids more of that. Mm-hmm. And then I was thinking while I'm there, because I'll be up there the day I would normally film the next Flosstube. I was like, maybe I can get her to be on a Flosstube for 10 minutes.
I don't think so.
Wouldn't that be hilarious?
She wouldn't know what you were talking about.
No, because I was thinking, she could show the Ruth Bader Ginsburg that you did for her.
Oh, okay.
Like I could just do a cute little intro and be like, this is my sister Valerie, and she could just show it and talk about what she likes about it. I posted on.
She has yours too. She has a couple cross.
I posted it on Instagram. People loved it, so she could talk about it. But I don't think. Do I think she'll say yes? No. But I'm gonna ask.
Okay.
I can't hurt to ask. All she can say is no.
She's gonna say no.
So we'll see. Anyway, so I don't know then what next Flosstube week looks like, because it might be. Actually, I'm just going to call it. I'm not going to do a floss tube next week unless she agrees to film with me. So you probably know. So it'll probably be an extra this Thursday on how to find free cross stitch patterns. And then it'll probably be 2 extras next week. And it'll probably come out Tuesday and Thursday. So, because I can film it Tuesday when I'm back and then put it out that night. So, Flosstube University. So, Flosstube University is, sorry, we just went on like a little, we just had like a little side combo. And so now we're back. And Flosstube University is where we talk about things we learned on Flosstube. And also we put out our own tutorials, but we haven't put one out in a while. But I have a long list of tutorials I want to put out. So they'll be coming sooner rather than later. But anyway, did you learn anything on Flosstube this week now that you're back to watching?
I don't know. I watched a lot of whip parades. That was fun.
Did you learn your mental health goes up or down when you have Flosstube on?
Depends, because my alternatives to Flosstube are pretty
dark.
Yeah.
I do well, that's part of why I like to watch it, because like last night I was watching Scamanda, which I have told multiple stitchers about in the last 24 hours. So Scamanda was an amazing podcast. It was my favorite podcast when it came out. And it's very dark. Like it's about like, does this person have cancer or are they scamming people?
Oh, I remember that. Mm-hmm.
So last night I was watching the Hulu doc, or it might be ABC, because I'd saved it because I know I really liked it. Mm-hmm. So I saved it as I like the podcast so much, I wanted to save the documentary as a treat. Listen to the podcast before you watch the documentary, because the podcast is like goes through the story so much deeper. But anyway, so I was watching the show last night and I was really loving it, but I was like, this is not as like
mentally healthy.
Yeah, as me just like normally catching up with some friends on Flosstube.
Jared's like, oh, what are we watching today? And I'm like, well, it's either, a whip parade or let's find out what true crime's on. And he's like, yep, that sounds right.
And they have 2 TVs, so they literally watch different things.
Yeah, we do. This one over here is mine, and then he plays video games on the other one. But we hang out. We always hang out together.
Okay, so I learned, well, I want to share 2 things. First, I was watching Needle and Flax. Rachel had a new episode, and one thing I learned was, okay, so I've been stitching that two primitive needle charts, but I did wonder, are the digital copies like better than the PDFs? Like are the digital copies better than the paper charts? Like if you wanted to stitch on your tablet, like if you were an electronic stitcher to begin with, would you still want the paper charts, or is the PDF like sufficient? And she said she actually thinks the PDFs are better than the paper charts, that there have been some improvements made just in the general, like she didn't say specifically, but just that she is stitching some off of paper and she would recommend getting the PDF over getting the paper copy. So if you were out there wondering, should I get the PDF or should I try to snatch the paper copy up at a lower price, the like historic value of the ephemera and stuff, like if that's what you're like, then get the paper. But if it's literally about like, is the chart better, the PDF, because not all paper charts converted to PDFs are better, but in this case the PDFs are better. So that was good to know, because I'd never seen one of the paper copies. I didn't know. And the second one is, Allison, this is something I want to show you too. What? So okay, so Mom is gonna bring the kids here.
Here?
Yeah, I'm just gonna, in like 20 minutes we're gonna be done, and then she'll just put them in my car.
Okay.
Because she can see on her Find My Friends that I'm here. Okay, so so the Witchy Stitcher had this, like, on Instagram people put out those like fun horoscopes or whatever. So I know we all love the Witchy Stitcher and like patterns and stuff, but I think she might actually be a psychic, like be like an astrologer, like because every single person I know who is sharing she did like a horoscope for stitchers, and they are all perfect. Oh. So I'm gonna read mine, and then I'm gonna tell you something about Andrew, and then I'm gonna read you yours. Okay. Okay. So, and the Flosstube University part of this is, if you're not on Instagram, I'll link to the thing, and you can just go check them out. But be afraid of the Witchy Stitcher, but also they're not gonna come here. I'm gonna go there. Okay. So be afraid of the Witchy Stitcher, but also sorry, I got a childcare. Yeah, okay. Oh wait, it didn't hit send. Okay, there we go. Okay, so be afraid of the witch's stitcher, but also you should check these out if you think, if I don't think astrology is true, and yet so much of it is correct. So Allison, listen to this.
Well, that's funny because I actually, one of the ones I did watch was Stitching Moon.
Yeah,
because she's all categories of patterns she chooses to be in, which so she'll like show like, okay, these are all my Libra patterns and explain why they're Libra patterns.
I love
I
Stitching Moon.
loved that so much.
Okay, so Cancer is the sentimental stitcher.
Okay.
Keeps all finished pieces forever, even the ugly ones, especially the ugly ones. Cries over frogging. I stitched this during my emotional breakdown last winter. Isn't it beautiful? And I was at StitchCon and I made mistakes and I told Allie, she was like, just frog it. I was like, I will not, because these are my StitchCon stitches. Okay, so Andrew, the rotor stitcher, shared his. He's a Leo, the dramatic stitcher. Now, I don't know if each part of this is correct, but there's one thing that I was like, yeah, that's you. Every stitch is a performance. They don't just stitch, they create art that demands to be seen. Bold, dramatic, and definitely uses metallic floss unironically. I should add more glitter. He is doing black roses in all beads.
That's cool. Yeah.
Okay, so then let me
does mine just say like set in her ways, won't try anything new?
No, there's a couple parts of yours that are wrong, but then there's one part that is accurate. Okay, Capricorn. Approaches crushes like it's a hostile corporate takeover. Finishes every single piece, even if it ruins them. Spreadsheets, which you use Notion so much you had to delete it because it was ruining your life.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy this project at all, but here it is finished.
There you go.
So anyway, you should check them out. I'm not, there's
I should put the one of Frankie right here. Like, yep.
Frankie also, she stitched a piece for me when I was pregnant with my son that she didn't like. So she filled it in completely and she still didn't like it and she threw it away, but she did.
I did
finish it. And she stitched it multiple times and she stitched it in different ways and just finally was like, couldn't admit that maybe it was the pattern.
Doesn't matter. It was ugly. It didn't deserve to be on a wall.
So that was fun. You should go check yours out because unless you're Leo, Cancer, or Capricorn, in which case, congratulations. You already know it's perfect. Okay.
You're awesome.
I didn't have any Stitch of Kindness or haul this week. Well, I guess I had Stitch of Kindness because you're going to give me some Fox and Rabbit scraps.
Yes, that's true.
What do you have?
I had a lot of Stitch of Kindness because
I shared that already.
Okay.
Everything from StitchCon I shared already.
Then nothing
new. Okay. And then giveaway. Okay. So in our last floss tube, I gave away this moon pattern. I didn't draw a winner, so I'm just going to draw a winner now. I did bring the pattern so I could show what it was. So we gave away this pattern. And the winner is here. Congratulations. Woohoo! And what you need to do is email this email address. And then I will say, yes, I'm going to send it. And then in 2 or 3 months, you'll have it.
That sounds right.
Yeah. Okay. So then this week, I thought we would give away this guy. So
that you can see.
Yeah, it has no cover photo. Oh. It's also from like 1 million years ago. It's cool, but I think it was Crafty Verd on Instagram sent this to me, but it was in one of the D-Stash like thrift store stuff that someone had sent me, but it wasn't sellable, but I didn't want it to go to waste, and it's cool, and it's very, very old. Mm-hmm. So there's no cover photo. It's just these patterns. Hopefully you can't stitch it from that.
No way.
But it's like a kid's alphabet. There's an owl in the O, and somebody cut off something. I hope it's not the chart to one of these, but if it is, you can figure it out based on the colors. Anyway, so if you ever, but I thought this was really pretty.
Yeah, that's really pretty.
So if you would like this, use the word rainbow in your comment. Don't use the word winner or giveaway. It doesn't have to make sense, but leave a comment with the word rainbow spelled out RAINBOW, all one word. And I will pick a winner on the next actual floss tube. All right, so if you made it to this point in the video, use a
summary. Flowers or something.
Leave your favorite flower emoji, and that'll be our secret language that you made it to the end of the video. And leave really nice comments that encourage Allison how much you love her. Or actually don't say anything. Pretend like she wasn't even here if we wanted to actually come back. whatever. No, tell if you want to leave a comment, you can tell us what whip or finish of Allison's you were most excited to see. And all right, thanks so much.
Thanks.
Bye.